to unmute. All right. So let me just go back. So Geyzson eventually discovered the stock market last 2013. He started out as a long-term investor. Now Geyzson eventually abandoned his long-term approach last 2017 in favor of shorter-term strategies and tested his skills by joining Investa's trading competitions, spending all day studying about the markets and even daydreaming about them in his sleep, all the while having his job as a teacher. Now that decision led him to conquer the trading leagues by winning numerous times and presently cementing his consistency by being the Investa Trading Cup's top 5. So let me call on Boss Geyzson here in our Zoom. So hello sir. Are you
Hello, good
here?
afternoon.
Yon, good
Rinig ba?
afternoon. Yes, rinig.
Please, Toma, pa-help mo muna yung isang account ko.
Alright.
Pa-share screen. Na-share screen na ba?
Yes.
Ayan. Sige. So, ayun. Na-pressure ako sa mga traders from top 7 to from top 10 to top 6, no? Kasi ang ganda ng presentations nila. But, ayun, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, mic check muna tayo. If you guys can hear me, please type 1 dyan sa comment section para malaman ko. If you can hear me, please type 1. Okay, very good. Merong nag-type ng 100. 1 lang, di ba? 1. Okay, anyway, if kita niyo yung presentation ko, please type 2 naman sa sa group chat. Okay, very good, very good. Now, since kita na yung presentation and okay na yung audio, no? First of all, thanks thanks to every one of you for attending today's session. Imagine, today is Saturday, 5 p.m. na, nandito pa rin kayo, 144 strong participants, no? So palakpakan nyo naman selves, no? Clap emoji naman dyan sa comment section. Ayos, very good, very good. Okay, so before I proceed, I would like to thank, of course, Investa for giving me this opportunity to present here sa competition. And of course, my family for being so supportive sa akin, no? Basta nagte-trade ako, walang gumugulo sa akin. Pag nandito ako sa bahay, of course. Pero syempre, pag nasa school tayo, madaming distractions and so on. And so on. And syempre, my girlfriend for also being so supportive. Kahit hindi ako nakaka-chat, hindi ako nakaka-call, okay lang sa kanya. Because she understood that this is my passion, kumbaga. No, and she wants to see me succeed, kumbaga, kung ano man gusto kong abutin. And so, I consider myself talaga lucky for having a good family, having a good girlfriend, and of course, the AD community for supporting me, no, always. So, thank you. Introduction ng ng sarili ko. So, I am Geyzson Kristoffer. I was a former teacher here in Iloilo. So, shout out sa mga ka-Iloilo-natics natin dyan. I was teaching basic calculus and advanced calculus together with general physics, no? The last time I teach, last Feb. So, I recently resigned from my work last Feb 1, 2022. So, recently lang talaga, no? A few days ago, around 18 days ago, no? So, for the whole duration of the Trading Cup, I was teaching. The hardest part is when we distribute the modules to the kids. Kasi printed modular yung setup namin. So we print the modules, we give it to them, no? Pupuntahan namin sa mga barangays nila. So that is the main challenge kasi once na andun ka sa barangays, you have no internet connection. So kailangan mo pa talaga maghanap ng mga signal para lang makatrade ka. No? So once na makakita ka ng signal, of course, you either buy or ginagawa ko, I just sell my positions na lang. No? Kaya madami ako masyadong trades, no? for this one. And ayun, number 2, I am a freshly minted institutional fund manager. Thankful for them, no? I'm sure andito mga yan ngayon, so shout out, wag na lang kayo mag-type dyan, no? Shout out lang sa friends natin dyan, bawal disclose name ng institution, but ayun, sila yung nagpa-resign sa akin sa job ko. Kasi sabi ko dapat I will resign when the market breaks out of 9K. So, matagal pa dapat ako magre-resign, no? But I have planned to resign this year, November 2022. But ayun. So, thank you. And of course, AD, no? I am the founder of Auspicious Dominion. So what is AD na tinatawag? AD is a free training community open to everyone who wants to improve and those who dedicate themselves through the study of the financial markets. So shout out to my AD friends, no? Supporting me always every single day of the competition. May mga news, may mga disclosures, may mga kung ano-ano, nagchat-chat sila dyan sa ADX. And ayun, nagagamit natin yung information from them. So since day one, andyan mga yan, sharing their insights, their expertise, no? Lalo na, of course, mga elders natin dyan sa group, no? Shout out! Mark, Rayan, Siv, MKJ, Sir JR of Abacus, no? One of our best traders in the AD family. John Lee, Paz, our Funda Queen, no? Of course, si Paz. Mr. M, the champion of the Millionaires Cup and the Abacus Cup last year. Brian, Rob, Zonny, and of course, Peter, our top 4 in this Investa Cup. So, ayan si Peter, ayan talaga yung trading body ko na tinatawag, di ba? So, most of my philosophy, strategy, stock selection, lahat pare-pareho kami ng pinapaniwalaan. So, kaya nag-click talaga kaming dalawa, no? And of course, lahat ng nasa AD dyan, I thank all of you. Maraming salamat, no, sa pag-attend. And that goes to show that it takes a community talaga, no, to raise a trader. So if you want to join us, I will send you an invite link later in this presentation. So abangan ninyo. Okay? So, ayun. Moving on, let's proceed to my Investa Cup journey. So, sa Investa Cup journey ko, I summarize this with 2 words, grit and passion. No? It's because hindi nyo nakita yung mga trading cups na sinalihan ko before I became a top 5. No? All of these competitions sinalihan ko using my real name, my real account. No? Wala akong pakialam kung mapahiya, kumbaga, no? Na makita dyan negative ako, so on and so forth. Wala akong pakialam. The most important thing is that you are accountable. And you cannot be accountable, or it is hard to be accountable if hindi nakikita ng lahat kung ano yung pinaghirapan mo or kung ano yung ginagawa mo. So, I joined all of these competitions, and first trading competition that I joined 2017 or 2018 yata ito, no? The champion was Paul Michael Ko. No? I ranked 1,000 plus, negative 8%. Okay? And then, moving on, no? Negative 0.35%, ranked 679, ranked 146, no? Ranked 1,000 plus again, negative 15.88%. This is the 2019 Investa Cup. So imagine, I was negative 16% for that trading cup. Next, nag-215 tayo but still negative pa rin. And 345, this was my, I think, isa sa best performance ko, no? Which is the Investa Cup 2020 Bounce Back Challenge, where I gained 50%, no? From the starting up 100K, and we ranked 345 dito sa trading cup na to. Next, ito na yung turning point, sabi natin, di ba? This is the first time I champion sa trading cup. And then, back to back, this is the second time I champion sa isang trading league. Okay? Moving on, ito sa Millionaires Cup, ranked 3rd place, second only to Peter, which is our top 4. Next, again, 3rd place pa rin. The first was Mr. M, which is an AD member. And then, magkasunod pa rin kami ni Peter dyan. No? And that, all of those experiences led me to this one. Investa Cup 2021, top 5. Since the first month of the competition, we are already in the top 10. So, consistency is the key talaga dito. No? So, share ko lang, no? As you can see, sobrang lapit lang namin ni Peter. Siya, 69.18%, ako 67.53%. So, 1.69 M and then 1.68 M. So, isang split lang talaga, no? Magkakaabutan kami. So, nag-message kami, actually, every single day, nag-chat kami ni Peter. Sabi niya nga, no, mas madalas pa kaming mag-chat dalawa compared sa kanila ng girlfriend niya. So, anyway, ayan, sabi niya, naglo-load daw siya ng SPNX. Sabi ko, patulak HCI bro, kasi meron akong HCI sa competition during that time. No? So meron akong HCI. Tapos sabi ko, wala munang chat. Nag-aagawan tayo sa top 4. Sabi ko ganyan, mayana. Tapos, ayun. So, kumbaga, napakasaya ng last day ng competition because that's where I experienced the true challenge talaga. No, nag-one-on-one kami ni Peter, nag-top 4, top 5, kumbaga nagsiswap-swap lang kami ng faces and eventually, ayun, nag-top 5 siya. So, napaka-fulfilling because, kumbaga, you went full circle. You started together, you end together sa competition. Kaya, thank you, Pete, for being a trading buddy since the start of the competition. So, ayun, eto. So, we are all here. Nandito. Congratulations, of course, from top 1 to top 10. And shout out din sa top 11 because the difference between the top 10 and the top 11 is around only 100 pesos, if I'm not mistaken, or 300 pesos. So, congratulations to top 11 also. Counting Kimbot na lang sana. No? Pasok na din siya sa top 10. So, sasabihin ko lang, in this competition, I really did my best. And if these traders told me na ginamit lang nila 20% of their skills, and naka-top 10 sila, using these, I wouldn't mind. Kasi alam ko, I gave everything that I could. Even if 20% lang binigay nila, 100% binigay ko lahat para sa competition na to. So, ayan lang gusto kong sabihin dyan. No? So, my trading philosophy is, of course, this one. Before I proceed, there are things you need to know about my trading strategy. I don't use moving averages. I don't use trend lines. I don't use Elliott waves. I don't use MACD and whatsoever. I only use price, volume, and a little bit of RSI. And that's for the technical analysis side of trading. So, I do everything opposite of what other traders do. Kaya, madami akong nakaka-clash di ba, ng ideas because iba yung interpretation ko ng charts compared sa kanila because I do the opposite of what they do. So, here, kita nyo naman dyan sa presentation, I am focusing on mastering the basics. And what are the basics is price and volume talaga. No? And then this one, kita dyan sa gilid. Sa gilid, now we have 1, 2, and 3. We have good market, good stock, good trend. Ayan yung gusto ko makita sa stock before I trade it. And I use this sa report talaga. No? Good market, good stock, good trend. Good market, good stock, good trend. PSEI is a bad market. No? But right now, siguro, we are the one being, we are the one resilient enough to sustain the move. But, ayun, since the market is bad, PSEI is bad, magta-trade ka pa ng bad stock. So, bad fundamentals, wala masyadong liquidity, basura stock, di ba? And then, pangit pa yung trend. Imagine, pangit na yung market, pangit pa yung stock na tinitrade mo, and then pangit pa yung trend. Saan ka pupunta niya? Okay? So, as much as possible, I want to be in a good market, good stock, and good trend. Okay? So, for price and volume, ayan, the movement of price in relation to the volume of the candle and trading the emotions. Trading the emotions trading the emotions that cause the imbalance in supply and demand. We don't trade the charts, we trade the emotions behind the charts. Okay? The price action is only the manifestation of that, and we need to capitalize on them. No? Trading is both a science and an art, and you cannot mathematically calculate the stock's value the next day, the next week, the next year, and so on. Because trading is more than that. And you need to train yourself to get that tinatawag na intuition. Kumbaga. Okay? So, ayan. For the trading journey, actually, ayan, October 30, I posted na mayroon kaming session November 6, 2021 in preparation for the Trading Cup. And then, ayan, kung nakikita nyo, we discussed that, learn how trading competitions work, learn what stocks to trade during competitions, strategies to maximize trading profits, learn how to minimize risk, and tips to sustain the lead. Ay yung diniscuss namin prior to the competition itself. No? So, and then, of course, after that, we gave everyone a stock list. No? Kumbaga. So this one, lahat na naka-green dyan, those are all the stock picks that we have. no, ABA, ABS, ASEX, OHC, and so on and so forth. No, so we prepared talaga for the trading competition. So eto, how do I screen my stocks? No, ang ginagawa ko is that iniisa-isa ko talaga yung chart. No, every single night, basta may trading the next day, iniisa-isa ko talaga yan. And I learned that from Sir JR of Abacus. No, shout out Sir JR. Siya talaga, isa sa mga nag-influence sa akin sa trading ko. And then, ayun nga, we are charting every single night since last trading cup. Last trading cup 2020, pasok na dapat ako sa top 10. But the problem I have always is that lumalaki yung ulo ko. And once na pumasok ako last 2020 sa trading cup, top 6, 7 yata, no, doon ako nagpabaya. No? And after that, sabi ko, last trading cup, babawi ako. I will chart every single night as long as mayroong trading the next day. So that's what made us here, to the top 10. So, ayun, tingin ng iba, sasabihin ng iba, sipag ni sir, ganito, ganyan. Wait till you see my 80 members. Wait till you see them. No? Every Friday night, merong book review session. Every single day, they are also charting. No? Doing it not because they only want to learn something, but because they believe in something na merong shared destiny sila. Okay? That everyone, whether you're a student, dentist, doctor, a teacher, you can be a trader. So I suggest you join our group. Later, I will send you an invite link. It's completely free. Ikaw na bahala dyan. Okay? Kaya masasabi ko, yung mga nagsasabi ng isang seminar lang, isang ganito lang, marunong ka na mag-trade. I don't believe that. Trading is a long, strenuous, and tiring process. And walang shortcut sa trading. And even if there is, I would still take the long path na tinatawag. The path where I experience all the losses, the emotions, and I wouldn't exchange that for money. Okay? I'm not here to discourage everyone, but I'm here to attempt to inspire those na currently struggling sa market. No? To be the best version of yourself, to push you to the path less taken. So, anyway, ayun, matadal ko na. So, ayun, after every single day, after I chart, ayun, sinesave ko yan. From 2021 up to right now, I chart every single night, sinesave ko yan dyan. Ano yung content? Ayan, screenshot ng lahat ko, entries, exits, and so on. And then, nilalagay ko dyan sa folder, sa Google Drive. So, that's December 20 to 24. And then every week, merong ganyan, 5 charts a week. So if meron akong gustong balikan, like for example, ano ba yung watch list ko during this day, ayan, pwede ko yung balikan. So, ayan. My trading Bible, the BR algorithm. Let me discuss how I use this one. No, kasi this is the backbone of my trading talaga. No, the BRRT. Ano yung BRRT? Breakout. This one, I don't know if you can see my cursor. No? This is the breakout. This is the initial impulse. R is the retrace. No, kumaga lahat ng stock kahit ano man yan, it will still retrace. So why chase prices, di ba? So this is the most important. The retrace. It must retrace, and it will retrace. And then this one, R, is the retest. Meaning, from the previous breakout level, it can go back to the previous, it can go back to the previous breakout level. So why chase prices when it can still retrace and it may retest the previous level? And if hindi siya retest the previous level, saved by the bell pa rin nito. This one is the re-break. Breakout, retrace, retest, re-break. Re-breaking of the previous high of the stock. So this is usually the best entry price for a stock, in my opinion. So re-break, next retrace again, retest the re-break level, re-break again, and T is to the moon. So paano ko na how did I came up with this BRRT thing na pangalan? Obviously, I used this one even prior to it having a name, but meron ako last time tinuruan sa AD din na kumbaga, hindi ko alam no, kung paano ko i-discuss ito. Wala namang pangalan, so on and so forth. So, ayun, pinattern ko na lang kung paano ko siya i-laruin. And then T, kumbaga, inside joke, it's to the moon. Diba? So, that's how I trade. So, usually, the best entry here is, of course, the re-break. But there are times na, most of the time talaga, sa real port, no, after the breakout, retrace, you wait for the retest, you wait for that low volatility candle, low volume candle, you enter EOD, and then you add on the re-break, no? And then, ayan, add lang every retest and then re-break, and you're good to go. And of course, you pair it with good risk management techniques, ayan, that's the best. So here, that of course was a quick introduction lang sa VRT. But if you want a detailed, kumbaga, detailed technique about that or information about that, you just check my YouTube channel. Ayan, may QR code then if you want. You screenshot that one or you go to my YouTube channel. As you can see, meron tayong discussion dyan. But that's, kumbaga, tagal na ng video na, I think a year ago or 10 months ago. But I think it's still relevant today. So, ayan, and ayun, meron din tayong elite webinar. If sino dyan naka-attend ng elite webinar natin for a trend following, no? The ultimate guide to trend following, to profit from a trend follow strategy. You can check it sa Investor Prime Elite natin. Okay? And then, here are my trade stats. This is the equity curve. Kinuha ko to sa my investor journal, but I stretched it and I edited it para makita nyo talaga kung ano yung galaw. So, start of the competition, as you can see here, from 1M, it went down, my equity went down to as low as 930K. No, so that's around negative 7% loss, no, sa trades natin dyan. And dito, if you can see my cursor, no, by the time it broke out of this recent range, yung equity curve ko, I was already in the top 10. So around third week of the competition, fourth week of the competition, up until the end. No? So my biggest gain was around that last week of the competition. Kumbaga, binigay mo na lahat, no? Dyan. So ayan, this is my equity curve. As you can see, hindi yun naman yan straight line. Even your equity curve pulls back. And even the equity curve follows the fundamental principle of the BRT algorithm. Breakout, retest, retrace, rebreak, and so on and so forth. Okay? So yeah, that is my equity curve. This is my analytics. We have a net profit, gross profit of 1M, 1.1M, and we lost 400K dito. In total, we gained 675K with a 44.31% hit rate. So, ato, kinuha ko to sa Investor Journal. Of course, you don't have Investor Journal, I suggest you use them. No? Edge ratio, 3.22. Average profit, 14K or 15K. Average loss, 4.6K. So on and so forth. No? Hindi nyo naman kailangan dyan tignan kaagad. You just screenshot it and then review nyo later if you want. So, here are my top winners. I think it is fitting that we use the percentage instead of the value. Mainly because once na lumalaki yung equity mo, kahit na 1% man yan, it can still be greater than your starting equity. I mean, yung 1M, you gain 10%, it's 100K. But pag 10M, you gain 1%, that's already still, ano ba, 100K or 10K, I mean, 100K, so on and so forth. Anyway, so I think it's fitting that we use a percentage. So here are my top winners. AceX long, 14.48%. Now short, 14.08%. Dito short, 13.31%. And tignan nyo na lang dyan. For my top losers, the worst talaga na natalo ko is SEB. It is the start of the competition pa lang, 5.32%. And lahat ng mga trades ko, hindi na lumagpas dyan, no? So 5% na loss. So ayan, kita nyo, MAC, all HC, UEP, and then all HC again. So anyway, this is my first trade. No? Again, most people think na, pag nagpo-post ako sa Investa, they can see indicators. Kasi I don't use indicators. I don't use, again, mga moving average and so on. So here, this is the SEB trade. that I lost. Okay? Napaka-early ako nung short dito kay Seb, no? So, as you can see there, that is the, sa arrow dyan, that is the candle that I shorted Seb. Going into the 3-minute chart, ito yung itsura niyan. As you can see here, it broke up the previous level, and then it hit a resistance here or a level here. So I shorted there, and nasa school pa ako nito if I'm not mistaken. So, meron akong ginawa, nag-set lang ako ng auto cut loss order kasi hindi ko mabantayan. So, na-hit lang yung auto cut loss order ko and then it went down. Okay? Together with Seb, meron mga bloom, no? Ito yung mga reopening place natin. So, for me kasi, pag mga downtrend, and then meron ng meron ng catalyst, no? Na hindi naman super ganda, I try to sell on strength. So, since wala akong hawak dito, I can sell on strength, but I can short it. So I shorted for 49.05 and covered at 51.05 to, ayan, have a loss of minus 5.32% or negative 17K. And that minus 5.32% is my worst loss na dito sa trading cup. Next trade I made is AceX. No? This is a profit. Kung nakikita nyo dito, this is the significant move of AceX. No? From around 20 pesos, hindi namin na-ride to. No? Bakit? Because we are trying to short AceX. Hindi namin na-ride tong buong move na to. Okay? Saan ako naka-trade? I actually traded it here. BRT perspective, wag mong i-chase kung hindi ka nakasakay. Okay? Wag mo din i-short if merong shorting, no? But, ayun, hindi ako nakasakay. I didn't chase. I waited for it. Magre-retrace talaga yan. And then, since here, nag-retrace dito sa levels na to, I waited for it to, kumbaga, die down muna yung volatility. And on this candle, at the closing price, I bought AceX. Bakit? Low volatility candle, low volume candle. I bought at the closing, and then, the next few days, nag-breakout siya. So, meron tayong dito. I sold a portion here, 1.1K, I think. And then, dito, once the HOT was lifted, nagbenta ko around 39.40. And I don't understand others, no, merong complaint dito na hindi makabenta, no, dito, but I was able to sell. And it's not a conditional order dito. But of course, I understand, no, kasi meron talagang naging issue during that time. So anyway, ayun, I was not able to short here, but actually naipit ako dito, kaka-bounce. Kasi binounce ko na lang, hindi ako naka-short. So, ito yung trade natin. We bought 34.45 here. This candle, 11.1K, around 383K. Next, we sold a portion, 1.1K there, and then sold 39.9 at 40 pesos here to get a 55K gain with a 14.48% win. That's my second trade. And for the last trade that I will show you, kasi we are short on time, we are only given 20 minutes now, and I don't want to take other people's time now later. So here, this is now corporation, and I think this is one of the best trades that I made. No? Bakit? As you can see, merong siyang magandang impulse. But this one is a basura stock, no? Na tinatawag. Walang magandang catalyst, walang kung ano-ano. It just moved up without any reason. So, here, I shorted at the tip of this candle, 1.59. Dito, shorted it here, covered it here, this candle. Kung nakikita nyo, wala akong masyadong nakalagay dyan na kung ano-ano, and I only look at the daily chart. Because that's how I trade, no? Walang kung ano-ano man. I look at the fundamentals there. No, together with the help of my AD team, nakatingin kami dyan. So dito merong hype about the Elon Musk, something like that. No, so I shorted 1.59, covered it here, the lowest point there. So, ayan, 1.59 short, covered it here, 1.48. That made me 63K or 14.08%. So, ayun lang, no, tinipid ko kasi ayun nga, we are short on time. So if you want, no, a follow-up session, I have it here on March 5, 2022, where I will discuss most of the trades that I made, no, together with my Tito Short, Tito Long, so on and so forth. Kasi maganda yung trade ko na yun. So if you want, you just scan this QR code, no, and let's see there. Let's see each other there. And then, ito, plug ko lang, the AD Trading League. Okay, the AD Trading League, moderated by both me and Peter. No, this will start March 14, 2022 and will end June 10, 2022. So if you want to test your skills, lalo na sa mga top 10 dito or top 100 sa Trading Cup, you can join this one. No, we have a prize of 200,000 pesos for the winners. No, the competition will start again on March 14 and will end on June 10. So a 3-month competition, you can win as much as 200K. So goods na goods talaga itong competition na to. And again, it's moderated by Peter and I. No, Investa top 5 and Peter top 4. Just scan that QR code if you want to join. No, and you can join us on Discord. No, we are a strong 615 members doon sa Discord namin, with 14 elders and legions, 5 institutional traders. So if you want to learn from us, just visit us on Discord. And ayun, before I proceed, I want you to complete this quality assurance survey. So ayan, kung gusto nyo ayun, if you want to rate my presentation, just scan this one and then ayun, just rate me para malaman ko, no, and be as honest as possible. So, plug ko lang ulit, I have a VOD course if you want. This is a trend following guide, and here are the contents of that. Misconceptions, pitfalls in trading, and so on. Chapter 2, the technical analysis, how I trade talaga. No? Chapter 3, the fundamental analysis side. We have then fundamental catalyst, kung paano kayo paano basahin itong mga disclosures like share buybacks, merger and acquisitions, back-to listings, dividends, so on. And so, what's next for me as a trader? If you thought I would stop because I was already included in the top 10, you're mistaken. I'm still aiming for the top 1 spot, and that wouldn't be my end goal either. Even now, you think na parang alam na namin lahat na nasa top 10 dito but ayun, far from it. Madami pa kami need matutunan. Madami pa kailangan tapusin na trades, na studies. Madami pang research na kailangan gawin. Because, ayun nga, the financial market is super hard. No? Meron ako actually isang port ngayon, which is still negative 5% from last year. And all my other ports are 100+%, 20+%. So, but I have a single port, minus 5%. So, ayan, meron talagang kailangan tweak pa. No? So, ayun, I really want talaga to be a great trader first and an educator second. No? Kaya hindi ako yung parang natawag na mentor na I don't want to be called a mentor or what. No, because I'm a trader talaga before a teacher or an educator. So kaya AD and GK Premium was created because I can see myself when I can see myself on them when I was starting out. Yung tipong gutom na gutom talaga sa learnings, yung tipong willing matuto, yung hindi kontento sa kung ano lang binigay mo sa kanila, and they are willing to ask questions and humble enough to learn from other people or other traders. That's why we created AD, because I want traders who share the same commitment that I have for trading. I want those people na, ayun, that's why nag-click kami ni Peter, because I can see his dedication. No, day in, day out, trade lang din iniisip niya. No? Sabi pa nga niya, ayun nga, mas madalas pa kami mag-usap kaysa sa girlfriend niya. So, anyway, what I'm trying to say is in whatever we do, we really have to put in the work. Hindi ako naniniwala sa mga, simple strategy ito. Check mo lang. And then, ayun nga, tapos profitable ka na. Hindi ganyan eh. Kahit tignan nyo yan yung sa YouTube ko, hindi kayo magiging profitable ka agad. Because in order to simplify, you have to go through the complexities. In order to become better, you need to go through adversity. Ayan lang talaga. Kailangan mo malaman na lahat-lahat para ma-simplify process mo, and lahat ng maliliit na details matutunan mo. So think about it for a moment. If the financial market is super hard, and then part-time lang binibigay mo sa trading, chill-chill ka lang, pinapabayaan mo lang trades mo, no? Ano ka lang, ano mga laro ngayon, PUBG, okay, or Dota, or whatsoever. I don't know about you, but hindi ako ganyan. Okay, I'm willing to give 100%, 110% of myself into trading. No, that's why I really dedicate myself into this craft. No, craft, full-time trading. So I can have all the time in the world to study what I want, which is this one. Great thing about the market is it's consistently changing. No, from this point, iba na yung theme. The next day, iba na yung theme. Right now, the theme is property sectors and so on. No, iba-iba palaging kailangan i-solve. No, so ayun. To end, here's a quotation to live by. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. We do things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is the one that we are willing to accept, and one we are unwilling to postpone, and one which we intend to win. So that's my presentation for you. Thank you again for having me here. Good evening, everyone.